Hello, this is Yoko from Shokuwiku in Australia. I have Organic Raw Food Cafe in Northcote. I love everything about health and wellness, but this blog or vlog is all about my thoughts, my opinions, and what's going on in my life at the moment. So I wanted to talk about assumption of raw foods being healthy all the time. Just because the food is not heated, it doesn't mean that it becomes instantly healthy for you to eat. One way of looking at this concept is that raw food is not for everyone. Some people find it quite hard to digest with lots of fiber. Some people find it quite cold on their spleen in their digestive system. Kids who need different calorie intake and different nutrients compared to, say, me, the raw food might 100% raw food might not be a good idea for them. In my opinion, everyone will benefit some percentage of raw food if they are relatively healthy. Of course, if you have quite extreme condition that does not, that you can't tolerate any raw food, and I'm sure there are a few people like that in this world, most people will benefit some percentage of raw food. There are some ingredients that you need to be more careful with. Let's say, I think the biggest one is agave nectar. I don't enjoy using agave nectar because I don't enjoy the effects that I get from agave nectar. When I used to think that it was healthy, I used to get like shakes or something like that, and headaches straight after having agave nectar. And so I was like going, maybe there's something going on with this agave, but now there are so many studies coming out saying that it's so high in fructose, like the ratio of fructose that you get in agave is just not natural. So I do stay away from agave, even though most of the agave that you can get on this market, even though they say raw, it's not raw anyway, it's heated. Nuts and seeds, they are definitely in my diet. Nuts and seeds, and I love them, but I do make sure that they are activated, and I do not overeat. Because I am on plant-based diet, it's easy for me to overeat nuts and seeds. You do always have to be careful with your ratio of omega-3 and omega-6. And most of the nuts and seeds give you a lot of omega-6 and not so much omega-3. So you always need to be careful with that. And activating nuts and seeds, I think lots of people know about it, but of course it compared to maybe like other mainstream snacks that you can get, then maybe they're healthy, but that's the thing, like you can't start comparing with really low quality products saying that this is better. For me, better is not enough anymore. I want a best quality foods that I can get in my body. So I do stay away from non-activated nuts and seeds, and not too much of it. And dehydrated goods. I love granola and I love kale chips. You need to hydrate yourself with extra water, because the great thing about having eating raw food is that your vegetables and your fruits, they contain the best water ever, even better than filtered water, because that's just how, especially if it's organic, because that's how the nature carries the water, and I think that's the ultimate way. So definitely I do eat dehydrated food, but I don't, and I try to drink water um, to compensate the dehydratingness of, is that the word, of the food. Yes, if you compare with other types of, processed food, raw food is great, and I think it's easy to avoid horrible chemicals and stuff if you do buy prepackaged raw food from a shop, because most of the producers are quite conscious, so they mainly use raw like organic ingredients, and you will, like, when you see the ingredients, usually you can recognize all of them. Even if, say, if you get like vegan food or paleo, or I don't know, those like processed, vegan or even like organic packaged food, you can add this like funny um, sounding ingredients in there, but you can still claim that as vegan, organic, and doesn't mean that it's healthy. When you think about things like that, then raw food, getting in prepackaged raw food is a way to go. But there are some things that you still need to be conscious about when you are on raw food. So that was my tip for today, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.